Virgo Daily Horoscope, June 8, 2025, as we dive into this detailed astrological forecast for Virgo on June 8, 2025. I'm seeing significant cosmic patterns that make this day particularly noteworthy for those born under the sign of the Virgin. Today carries a fascinating energy signature that aligns beautifully with your natural Virgo tendencies, while also pushing you toward meaningful growth. The most prominent influence today comes from a powerful trine between Mercury, your planetary ruler, and Saturn in Earth signs. This creates a foundation of stability and practical thinking that serves as an anchor throughout your day. With the Sun currently moving through Gemini in your 10th house of career and public image, there's a spotlight on your professional endeavors and reputation, drawing attention to your methodical approach and precision. Your morning begins with this Mercury-Saturn energy at its peak, providing exceptional mental clarity and organizational ability. This is the perfect time to plan your day, tackle complex problems, or engage in detailed communications. Many Virgos will wake with insightful ideas about how to improve systems or processes at work. Trust these insights, they're backed by cosmic support for long-term planning and structure. The moon today is transiting through Leo and activating your 12th house of the subconscious, dreams, and hidden matters. This creates an interesting dynamic where your external focus may be practical and career-oriented, but internally, you're processing deeper emotional patterns. Pay attention to any recurring thoughts or unusual dreams from last night. They contain valuable information about your path forward. In your professional sphere, today's alignments create exceptional conditions for advancement. Projects requiring meticulous attention to detail your specialty will flourish under this planetary weather. If you've been waiting for the right moment to propose new systems or processes at work, today's energy supports gathering evidence and presenting your case with both precision and authority. Some Virgos may receive recognition for past work or find themselves being considered for positions of greater responsibility. For Virgos working in healthcare, analysis, research, or service industries, your natural attunement to detail combines with enhanced intuition today, allowing you to notice subtleties others might miss. The Saturn influence supports long-term educational commitments, making this an excellent day to research additional certifications or specialized training that builds on your existing skills. By midday, we see a subtle aspect forming between the Gemini Sun and Neptune, adding a creative dimension to your normally practical thinking. This is excellent for Virgos working in design, writing, or fields requiring both analysis and imagination. Your communication abilities peak around 3 to 4 p.m., making this the ideal window for important presentations or discussions with colleagues and superiors. In matters of heart and home, Venus in Cáncer is influencing your 11th house of friendships and social networks, bringing a nurturing quality to your interactions. You may find yourself in the role of advisor or confidant as friends seek your practical wisdom. For Virgos in committed relationships, today creates an opportunity to address practical aspects of your partnership with unusual emotional insight. Conversations about shared goals, household management, or future plans flow more easily today. Single Virgos might feel a pull between career focus and romantic interests. The Venus in Cáncer influence suggests connections made through trusted friends or in comfortable, familiar settings will be most promising. Look for someone who appreciates both your practical nature and your hidden depth. Both are strongly activated today. Your health and well-being deserve special attention under today's cosmic weather. Mars in Taurus is activating your 9th house, providing steady energy for physical activities that engage both mind and body. Consider hiking, gardening, or yoga practices that combine movement with mindfulness. The Virgo-ruled digestive system may be particularly sensitive today due to the Leo moon's influence. Practice mindful eating and perhaps incorporate digestive supporting herbs like ginger or fennel into your meals. A fascinating aspect of today's energy is the activation of your 12th house by the Leo moon, bringing spiritual themes to the surface. Though Virgo is an earth sign focused on the practical, you might find yourself contemplating deeper questions about purpose and meaning. How does your detail-oriented work contribute to a larger whole? Meditation practices that involve mindful attention rather than emptying the mind would be most effective. Try walking meditation or mindful observation of natural patterns. One challenge to watch for today: your perfectionist tendencies might be amplified under the Saturn influence. Be aware of the difference between healthy attention to detail and paralyzing self-criticism. The Leo moon asks you to practice self-compassion alongside your usual thoroughness. When you notice your inner critic becoming too dominant, consciously shift your attention to what you've accomplished rather than what remains imperfect. The evening hours bring a shift as the 12th house Leo moon becomes more pronounced, turning your attention inward. This is not the night for crowded social events. Your energy serves you better in intimate settings or quiet reflection. A conversation with a close friend or partner could reveal surprising insights about yourself, particularly regarding how your need for perfection might be affecting your relationships. Jupiter's position in Gemini continues to expand your professional horizons, bringing opportunities that may require quick adaptation, something that might push you slightly outside your comfort zone. This Jupiter influence brings an expansive quality to any realizations you have today, helping you see patterns from a broader, more compassionate perspective. A special opportunity exists today through the rare alignment between your ruling planet Mercury and Saturn. This creates a window for establishing systems or habits that can serve you for months or even years to come. Any organizational system, learning program, or health routine initiated today has unusually strong staying power. The key for maximizing today's potential is finding balance between structure and flexibility, between analytical thinking and intuitive knowing. Your most effective affirmation today would be: I honor my gift for improvement while embracing the beauty of the present moment. My attention to detail serves a greater purpose, and I move forward with both precision and compassion. As this day concludes, take a moment to appreciate how your natural gifts of analysis, improvement, and attention to detail contribute to the world around you. June 8th, 2025, offers you a perfect balance of practical achievement and inner growth. By honoring both your earthly precision and your spiritual depth, you embody the highest expression of Virgo energy, not just organized, but purposeful, not just detailed, but discerning what truly matters. June 8th, 2025 presents a fascinating planetary landscape for Virgo natives. Mercury, your ruling planet, transitions into Cáncer today, activating your 11th house of social networks and future aspirations. This placement creates a mental shift where your analytical abilities become infused with emotional intelligence, allowing you to read between the lines in group dynamics. You'll notice subtleties in communication that others miss, particularly when planning collaborative projects or engaging with community initiatives. Mercury forms a supportive trine to Neptune in Pisces, enhancing your intuitive capacities while maintaining your characteristic discernment. This isn't just about gut feelings. It's about integrating empirical observation with subtle energetic awareness. The moon in Scorpio today intensifies this perceptive quality, occupying your third house of communication and forming a productive sextile to your sun sign. This lunar position encourages deeper investigation into matters you might normally analyze only on the surface level. Venus, positioned in Leo, illuminates your 12th house of the subconscious, creating an interesting tension with today's other planetary influences. While Mercury and the Moon push for social engagement and communication, Venus invites introspection and behind-the-scenes processing. You might find yourself gathering information socially while needing private time to fully integrate what you're learning. Mars in Taurus grounds the day's energy in your 9th house of higher knowledge, forming a stabilizing Earth trine with your natal Virgo placements. This offers concrete pathways to apply philosophical concepts or educational pursuits. Jupiter, continuing its journey through Gemini in your 10th house of career and public reputation, forms a square to Saturn in Pisces. This aspect highlights tension between expansion and limitation in your professional sphere. The Saturn influence from your 7th house may present partnership challenges that affect your career trajectory. However, this same aspect creates opportunities to build enduring structures through careful attention to detail, a natural Virgo strength. Uranus in Taurus forms a helpful trine to Pluto in Capricorn, activating your 5th house of creative expression and 9th house of exploration, respectively. This earthy grand trine with your Virgo energy enables profound transformation through practical application of creative insights. The North Node in Aries in your 8th house of shared resources forms a quincunx aspect to your Sun sign, suggesting adjustments may be needed in how you approach collaborative financial matters or intimate exchanges. Chiron, also in Aries, sits nearby, offering healing opportunities through facing vulnerability in resource-sharing scenarios. Neptune's position in Pisces continues its long-term transit of your 7th house of partnerships, creating both inspiration and occasional confusion in one-to-one relationships. Today's trine to Mercury helps you navigate these waters with more clarity than usual. Pluto's transformative energy in Capricorn supports your authentic self-expression, particularly in creative or romantic endeavors. By working with rather than against today's planetary positions, you can harness the analytical precision typical of Virgo while embracing the emotional intelligence offered by Mercury's Cáncer placement. Mercury forms a favorable trine with Saturn today, Virgo, bringing exceptional clarity to your thought processes and communication style. Your analytical abilities are heightened, making this an ideal day for detailed explanations, important discussions, and intellectual pursuits that require precision. Your words carry extra weight and authority, so use this influence wisely when presenting ideas or negotiating terms. With Mercury in your sector of daily routines, you're particularly effective at articulating processes and procedures that can improve efficiency. The natural tendency toward perfectionism in your communication is actually serving you well today, as others appreciate your attention to detail and thoroughness. In writing, you'll find yourself crafting messages with exceptional clarity and impact. If you've been working on documentation, reports, or any written materials, today offers a supportive energy for finalizing these projects. The Saturn influence adds a layer of credibility and structure to your expression that others find reassuring. Be mindful, however, of a subtle square between Mercury and Neptune that could introduce minor misunderstandings in casual conversations. Double-check that others have correctly interpreted your meaning, especially when discussing abstract concepts or making plans. When it comes to digital communication, you may notice an increased effectiveness in your online presence today. Social media posts or professional communications could reach a wider audience than usual. Your precision with words serves as a valuable asset in cutting through the noise of information overload that many experience. For those in creative fields, there's an interesting balance today between structured communication and artistic expression. You might find ways to organize creative ideas in more accessible formats or articulate concepts that have previously been difficult to explain. The moon's position in your house of partnerships enhances your ability to listen effectively today, an often overlooked but crucial aspect of communication. This placement supports meaningful dialogue in one-on-one settings, whether personal or professional. You'll find yourself naturally attuned to the subtleties in others' words, picking up on nuances that might normally escape notice. This makes today particularly favorable for important conversations with close colleagues, partners, or clients where mutual understanding is essential. Your communicative strengths today extend beyond words into nonverbal territory as well. Your body language and presentation style convey confidence and competence, adding impact to your message in meetings or presentations. If you've been hesitant to speak up about a particular matter, today's planetary support provides the perfect backdrop for finding your voice. The words seem to flow more naturally, and your ideas connect in logical, convincing patterns. For students or those engaged in research, today marks a productive period for organizing information and articulating conclusions. Your mind naturally gravitates toward methodical analysis and clear expression of findings. Consider dedicating time to projects requiring these skills. In team settings, your communication style serves as a unifying force. You're able to distill complex information into accessible frameworks that help everyone stay aligned. This makes you particularly valuable in collaborative environments today. Your ability to notice small details in communication, the precise word choice, the specific data point, the careful phrasing, is especially pronounced. This attention to communicative precision helps prevent misunderstandings before they occur. For those Virgos working in fields like editing, data analysis, technical writing, or quality assurance, today's energy particularly supports your professional strengths. Your natural inclination toward communicative precision receives cosmic endorsement. If you've been considering asking for feedback on your communication style or a specific project, today's aspects support constructive conversations about improvement. Others will likely provide insights that are genuinely helpful rather than merely critical. While Mercury's strength today enhances your analytical communication, remember to incorporate warmth and connection in your interactions. The precision that serves you well in professional contexts might sometimes come across as overly critical in personal relationships, if not balanced with empathy. Overall, June 8th offers you exceptional support for all forms of communication and expression, Virgo. Your natural gifts for clear thinking, precise articulation, and helpful analysis are cosmically amplified today. Use this influence to advance projects requiring clear communication, resolve lingering misunderstandings, and express ideas that have been developing in your mind. Virgo, today's planetary alignment creates a particularly favorable atmosphere for your financial endeavors. With Mercury, your ruling planet, forming a productive trine with Jupiter in your resource sector, your analytical abilities are heightened when it comes to spotting lucrative opportunities. This is not a day for impulsive financial decisions, but rather one where your natural methodical approach pays dividends. The cosmic weather supports thorough research and meticulous planning rather than speculative ventures. Look closely at investments that align with sustainable industries or technology sectors, as these areas show particular promise for Virgos today. Venus's position in your career house suggests that financial opportunities may come through professional connections or previous work relationships. Someone you've worked with in the past could approach you with a financially beneficial proposition around midday. Pay special attention to communications received between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., as they may contain valuable financial information or opportunities. The moon in your partnership sector indicates that collaborative financial ventures hold promise today. Consider pooling resources with a trusted associate or investigating shared investment opportunities. However, Neptune's influence suggests you should double-check all financial paperwork and agreements before signing. Your sixth sense about money matters is particularly strong today. Trust your instincts if something feels off about a deal. Mars in your sector of hidden resources hints at forgotten assets or overlooked financial opportunities. This might be a good day to review old accounts, check for unclaimed funds, or revisit abandoned financial projects that might now be viable. Financial institutions may be more accommodating than usual today, making it an opportune time to negotiate better terms on loans, credit cards, or banking fees. Your precision with numbers is particularly sharp, so use this to your advantage when reviewing financial statements or planning budgets. Saturn's position cautions against lending money today, as repayment may become complicated. Keep firm boundaries around your financial resources. Your financial discipline is one of your greatest strengths, and today it serves you especially well. Consider setting up automatic savings transfers or reviewing your retirement contributions. Small adjustments, now, will compound significantly over time. Evening aspects suggest receiving unexpected financial news that requires thoughtful consideration rather than immediate action. Sleep on major financial decisions that arise today, allowing your subconscious to process the information fully. Overall, this is a day of financial groundwork and precision planning rather than dramatic windfalls. The financial seeds you plant today, particularly those requiring detailed attention and careful analysis, have excellent potential to flourish in the coming months. The cosmic spotlight shines on your personal skill development today, Virgo, as Mercury forms a favorable sextile with Jupiter in your ninth house of higher learning. This creates an exceptional opportunity for intellectual expansion and skill refinement that could prove valuable in the weeks to come. Your analytical abilities are particularly heightened, making this an auspicious day for research, detailed work, or solving complex problems that have previously seemed insurmountable. The moon's position in your second house of resources strengthens your financial intuition. Trust those subtle nudges about investments or savings opportunities that cross your path today. Venus's influence from your 11th house brings fortunate social connections, particularly through community groups or professional networks. A conversation with someone you meet through mutual friends could open doors to opportunities aligned with your most authentic goals. Health-wise, your digestive system is well aspected today, making it an excellent time to begin any dietary improvements you've been considering. The mind-body connection is especially strong, and activities that combine mental focus with physical precision, like yoga, tai chi, or even detailed gardening work, will bring both immediate satisfaction and long-term benefits. Your workspace or home environment responds positively to even minor adjustments today. Rearranging your desk or organizing a previously cluttered area will create a flow of productive energy that continues through the week. Communication channels with authority figures are surprisingly open, making this an opportune moment to present ideas or request resources you need for projects. Your capacity for detailed expression is enhanced, allowing you to articulate complex concepts with unusual clarity. Creative projects involving organization, cataloging, or systematizing information are especially favored, your natural Virgo talents amplified by current planetary positions. An unexpected gift of knowledge may come your way through an overlooked resource, perhaps a book you've had but never read, or an online course you previously enrolled in but haven't completed. Relationship healing is another fortunate area, particularly with siblings, neighbors, or close colleagues with whom communication may have been strained. Mercury's position supports clearing up misunderstandings through calm, measured conversation. Technology upgrades or digital organization systems implemented today will have lasting positive effects on your efficiency. The evening hours bring particularly fortunate energy for quiet reflection and planning, as the moon forms a trine with Saturn in your sixth house of daily routine. This cosmic alignment suggests that any systems or habits you establish now will have unusual staying power and productivity benefits. Your sense of timing in professional matters is impeccable today. Pay attention to when you feel urged to reach out or submit work, as these instincts are cosmically supported. Nature settings bring unexpected gifts of insight and renewal, making parks, gardens, or even a simple walk among trees a fortunate choice for rejuvenation. The number 4 carries special significance for you today, whether it's timing activities at 4 o'clock, grouping tasks in sets of 4, or noticing this number appearing as a gentle cosmic nod that you're moving in a fortunate direction. Virgos, today brings a significant shift in your social landscape, as Mercury forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter in your house of connections. This cosmic alignment opens doors to meaningful social interactions that could benefit you in unexpected ways. Your normally reserved nature gives way to a more expansive approach to relationships today. You might find yourself more willing to engage with groups and communities that previously seemed outside your comfort zone. The moon's position in your 11th house amplifies your desire for authentic connections rather than superficial networking. This isn't about collecting business cards or social media followers, it's about forging bonds that resonate with your core values. Notice how you're naturally gravitating toward individuals who share your analytical mindset, but perhaps bring complementary perspectives. There's special potency in connections with water and earth signs today, particularly Cáncer and Taurus individuals who may serve as catalysts for important social introductions. An old friend might unexpectedly reach out, creating a bridge to an entirely new social circle that aligns perfectly with your evolving interests. The Venus-Saturn sextile activates your house of communication, giving your words extra weight and consideration. People are listening closely to what you have to say today, recognizing the thoughtful analysis behind your observations. Your natural tendency toward perfectionism is softened today, making it easier to connect without feeling you need to present a flawless image. This authenticity actually draws people closer rather than creating distance. Social gatherings, even virtual ones, hold special potential for Virgos today. If invited to an event or group activity, strongly consider accepting even if your first instinct is to decline in favor of solitude or productivity. The connections formed today contain seeds of long-term value that won't be immediately apparent. At work or in community settings, you're positioned as a natural mediator or bridge builder between different factions. Your ability to see multiple perspectives without harsh judgment makes you uniquely qualified to help resolve tensions that have been brewing beneath the surface. This role enhances your social capital significantly. Family connections also benefit from today's energy, with opportunities to heal old wounds through thoughtful conversation rather than emotional confrontation. Your analytical skills serve you well in understanding family dynamics from a more objective perspective. Digital connections receive a boost to content you share online today resonates more widely than usual, potentially connecting you with kindred spirits across distances. However, be mindful of oversharing. Neptune's position suggests potential for misunderstandings if communications aren't crystal clear. Social boundaries may need conscious attention. While you're generally skilled at maintaining appropriate distance in relationships, today's expansive energy might tempt you to blur lines that should remain clear. Trust your intuition about which new connections deserve your continued investment of time and energy. There's a spiritual undertone to today's social interactions that shouldn't be overlooked. Pay attention to seemingly random encounters that feel meaningful they likely are. The universe is orchestrating connections that support your growth path in subtle but important ways. For single Virgos, a friendship could begin transforming into something deeper, though it may take time to fully recognize this shift. Partnered Virgos find that social activities with your significant other strengthen your bond in unexpected ways. Consider how your social circle either supports or challenges your relationship, and be willing to make adjustments accordingly. Your usual social anxiety is significantly diminished today, replaced by a quiet confidence in your conversational abilities. This isn't about becoming the life of the party, it's about feeling comfortable in authentic exchanges that honor your thoughtful nature while allowing for more spontaneous connections. The evening hours particularly favor intimate gatherings over large events, where the quality of conversation can reach surprising depths. A casual comment from someone in your extended network could spark an important insight about a personal project or life direction. Keep your ears open for these seemingly random, but potentially significant exchanges. Above all, remember that today's social connections aren't just about immediate gratification or networking opportunities. The relationships you nurture now are planting seeds for your support system months and even years into the future. Choose wisely, but also allow yourself to be surprised by who might become important in your life journey. As June 8th unfolds for you, Virgo, today's celestial configuration creates a unique opportunity for mental clarity and practical problem solving. With Mercury forming a favorable trine to Saturn, your analytical abilities are particularly sharp. This is not a day for second-guessing yourself, but rather for trusting in your methodical approach to challenges. The morning hours offer the most lucid thinking. Use this time to tackle that project you've been putting off due to its complexity. Your attention to detail today is unmatched, even by your usual standards. When organizing your tasks, break larger goals into smaller, manageable steps. This approach will prevent the overwhelm that sometimes plagues your sign when perfection seems unattainable. In your communications today, focus on precision rather than volume. Your words carry weight, particularly in professional settings where your insights will be valued for their practicality. For your physical well-being, pay special attention to your digestive system, a common area of sensitivity for Virgos. Today's lunar position suggests potential digestive sensitivity, so choose foods that are gentle on your system and maintain regular eating patterns. Avoid rushing through meals despite your busy schedule. A mindfulness practice of just 5 minutes before important activities will ground your nervous energy and enhance your already formidable focus. In relationships, today calls for honest assessment rather than emotional reactions. If you've been avoiding a difficult conversation with a close friend or partner, the stars support constructive dialogue now. Lead with facts rather than feelings, but remember to acknowledge the emotional component. Balance is key for meaningful resolution. Your financial decisions benefit from extra scrutiny today. Review recurring expenses and subscription services. You're likely to find unnecessary costs that have escaped your notice. This is also an excellent day for researching investment options or savings plans, as your natural discernment is heightened. When helping others today, something that brings you genuine fulfillment, set clear boundaries around your time and energy. Your desire to be of service is admirable, but today's planetary alignment reminds you that self-care enables sustainable support for those who depend on your assistance. If you've been considering learning a new skill, particularly one involving systematic thinking or practical application, today offers favorable energy for beginning that journey. Choose resources that provide clear, stepwise instruction rather than theoretical overviews. Your mind craves applicable knowledge now. Evening hours call for deliberate unwinding. The day's mental intensity needs counterbalancing with sensory grounding. Consider a warm bath with essential oils, particularly lavender or chamomile, which resonate with your earthy nature. Allow yourself permission to complete tasks tomorrow rather than pushing past reasonable hours. Above all, Virgo, today reminds you that your greatest strength lies not in perfection, but in progress. Measured, intentional steps forward that honor both your capabilities and limitations. Trust that your natural wisdom knows the difference between productive effort and diminishing returns. Release the need to control outcomes beyond your influence, and channel that energy into areas where your meticulous nature creates genuine value. Virgo Daily Horoscope, June 8, 2025, as we dive into this detailed astrological forecast for Virgo on June 8, 2025. I'm seeing significant cosmic patterns that make this day particularly noteworthy for those born under the sign of the